Steve Post from Motor Racing Network here at the Racing Electronics Display, Indianapolis, Indiana, the PRI show. And when we talk about big-time racers on the short track level, none finer, none better, none more success than Matt Hirschman. Big money Matt Hirschman joins us now, the asphalt modified world. Hey, Matt, how are you?
I'm doing good. Great to be here.
Great to catch up with you. I'm looking at the stats here. 19 wins this season. I would say that qualifies as a pretty good year for you.
Yeah, 30 out of 38 races, so that's half of them. So that's a real good percentage. We've been averaging over the last few years, and it's been good. We've had ups and downs. One bump in the road with a broken arm in August, but came back after that and really finished strong. Ended the season on a win streak with all big races.
I don't like to. I'm a very positive person, but what is the challenge? What's it like to sit with an injury and watch the world go on and have to sit out for a little bit of time? And I know you didn't sit out for long, but what is that like?
Yeah, no, it's unfortunate. It's the second injury I had. The only difference was the previous injury came in the early spring when there wasn't a lot of racing going on and there wasn't a lot of big races, where this happened in August and I missed a few big weekends. Missed some races that were really I watched, but it wasn't easy to watch because, like I said, I definitely wanted to be out there. But I did everything I could to get back as soon as possible. And when we did, we were contending to win every race we were in. And like I said, picked up a lot of big wins along the way to finish out the season. I do a lot of work in the wing sprint car world, and there's the World of Outlaws, there's the high limit, and then there's the true outlaw schedule, the guy that just kind of picks and chooses. You're a true outlaw, but you had wins this year: NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour, the Smart Tour down in the Carolinas, New Smyrna, Race of Champions, the ROC Tour, Tri-Track, and you won the North-South Shootout. Is there extra satisfaction, or what does it mean to just be able to go anywhere with any tour and be able to have success? Yeah, I think, I mean, it's not necessarily a goal of mine or maybe anyone else's, but I know that I'm the only driver that won in all 4 series, and I kind of like the variety that it brings, the different challenges. Some series have longer races, some have shorter races, some feature full pit stops, some no pit stops, or in between where it's just one tire, and all of those different aspects of it are create a different challenge, and I just enjoy dabbling in all the series. If we happen to pick up a championship along the way, that's great, like we did this year with the Tri-Track, but like I said, ran a limited schedule with Smart, ROC, and the Wheel and Tour, but when we competed, we were competitive. We won races, and like I said, I enjoy all 4 of them. I really do. I don't like to put all my eggs in one basket, I guess you could say. I like to hit them all.
Matt, the Hirschman family history, of course, your dad raced for so much success. There had been, past tense now, there had been a little bugaboo in your schedule, a little place called Riverhead out on Long Island. They have the Islip 300. It's no longer a bugaboo for the Hirschman family. What did that mean to go out there on Long Island and win at a track that had probably confounded you guys for years and years?
Yeah, I mean, we only ever raced there, even when my dad raced, usually twice a year. Then I had been there a few times, but not a lot of races, but I certainly been there more than a handful of times. And it's a tough place. It's small, it's tight, and there's a lot of guys that grew up there. And it's very different than what I was accustomed to or what I grew up on, even though I grew up on some short tracks, quarter, third-mile tracks, close to home, Mahoning Valley, Evergreen, but they're not like Riverhead. That's kind of a very unique place. And, yeah, never really had much success there, a couple of okay runs, but it was good to get a win there. You know, it's probably a place I said that there's probably a lot of people that didn't think I'd ever check that box, and we did. So it's just it's kind of neat to win, try and win races at a lot of different places, and we've done that quite a bit. And just like I said, there's still a few more out there to try and get, but that was one that may have come as a bit of a surprise.
That is neat. Really, truly is. That is for sure. I snoop around on people's social media when I get ready to do interviews, and I saw you in a 1975 modified. What are you doing with that 1975 modified?
Well, it's not in our possession, but there is a group of I guess call it old racers from our area. There was the Dorney Park Speedway. Then you have Mahoning Valley and Evergreen, which are still running, but Dorney Park's been closed since I believe the mid '80s. And they restore and keep those memories alive. And they have already done several cars, and they were able to get my father's original Sportsman modified car, and it is that same chassis, and some of the same components that my dad remembers on it are still there. So they're going to restore it, and it'll be pretty neat when it's done. But I was sitting in it as pretty much a bare frame right now, but they'll one day that car will probably make its way back to a racetrack, and it'll be pretty neat to see.
I am sure of that. That is awesome. Matt, we always appreciate your time joining us here at Racing Electronics at the PRI show. Always enjoy the chats, and we wish you a great holiday season, and won't be long. We'll be back out at the racetrack. We wish you the best in 2024.
Same to you. Thank you. It's great to be here at the PRI show. There's a lot of it's busy, and there's a lot of racers and a lot of big top racers that are here. You see walking around that you might not cross past during the season, but you see some people here that you get a chance to catch up with. And like I said, this kind of concludes 2023, but you're really looking ahead to 2024, seeing what's new, and like I said, before long we'll be back on track in Speed Weeks in Daytona, New Smyrna, Florida.
There we go. And if it goes like last year, he swept the whole thing with the modified tour race, come up a little short on that, and swept the whole week down in New Smyrna, and I'm sure we'll be in the hunt throughout the course of the year. That is Matt Hirschman joining us here from the Racing Electronics display here at PRI in Indianapolis.